One question that's come in is around LinkedIn groups and whether they are still worth posting to. I mean, the questions come in and said I've more or less given up on posting to groups, because although the target audience should be perfect, does it actually do anything? What are your experiences and views on that?
This is very timely because I've just been asked to write stuff about predictions for next year for LinkedIn, and I included some commentary about groups. So there are definitely moves being made by LinkedIn to improve groups. I've just been invited into something, some kind of inner circle conversation by LinkedIn product managers about groups. I think they're working hard to improve it. I would have said the same last year. I do see changes in it, in groups. I think they're off the mark whenever, if you write a post or publish an article or a newsletter on LinkedIn and they say, oh, we think this group would be interested in this. And I'm thinking, they really wouldn't be. That is so off the mark. So there's a disconnect there where LinkedIn is suggesting what group would be interested in your post. I don't think they've hit the mark there, but they are making improvements to groups. So you can now add an automatic welcome message to people who join your group. There are more group analytics appearing, and the fact that the product managers seem to be gathering together people who are group admins makes me think that there's going to be hopefully some improvements for groups for next year. And also, I am in some online business communities where maybe like a coaching program or just a group of other online business owners like myself who are still using Facebook groups to build communities and network with other business owners. And a lot of people just don't want to be on Facebook anymore. So there's an opportunity for LinkedIn groups if they are run well. That being said, I looked today, I'm in 25 LinkedIn groups, and I would say 20 of them are absolute deserts. There are a couple of groups that are really, really good. I think they need better management. There are a lot of groups where people just spam them all the time. And so the person who posted that question, if you're sharing your posts into a group and you're not getting anything from it, well, look at the group and the way the group is laid out. Is that what people are tending to do? Are they just like spamming the group? Is there 10,000 people in there and they're all just spamming? Or is it a small niche group of maybe a couple of hundred people who are all genuinely interested in talking about, I don't know, healthcare tech or something, and there's conversations actually happening? I think as well that there's something, I'm trying to remember what it was, there's something about being able to connect with other people within the group that you're in and trying to build that up. Things I'd like to see in groups, I'd like to see group owners be able to stream live into groups. I think that would be a brilliant addition. So you could say, okay, I'm building a program and it's going to be for 50 people who work inside healthcare tech. It's a subscription model, and once a month we will bring in, doctors from around the world to talk about their experience of tech and healthcare. I mean, that would be so valuable, wouldn't it? Whereas we don't have that functionality at the minute.
I think I would really draw a distinction between groups where people really have an emotive reason for wanting to be in them and to be active in them versus most other groups on LinkedIn. So I can think of two types of groups that I see do well at the moment. One is where people are actually paying to be a member of that group.
Yes.
I'm in one that is for essentially LinkedIn trainers and LinkedIn experts, and we all get a lot of value from being active in that group and asking questions of one another. It allows us to stay up to date on what's happening on the platform a lot. But there's nothing really that brings us back to the group other than our desire to go and check it out. And the other group I've seen do very well is alumni groups for universities. So if you've been to a certain university or a certain business school, quite a few of them do a good job of sustaining engagement in those groups. But I think that's the key difference between LinkedIn and Facebook at the moment. There's a little bit of experimentation by LinkedIn at the moment with, you get the odd post in your homepage feed or the odd notification
Yeah.
about something that happened in one of your groups, but it's really, really sporadic. It's
It's quite rare.
when you would go back to it regularly.
Yeah.
Whereas Facebook, you know, if you're a member of a group in Facebook, every day, if there's been new conversations, new posts, new things happening, or live starting, or events created, you know, as a member of that group, you are regularly being alerted to that. And for me, that's what LinkedIn is.
So what's interesting there, Tony, is there are two groups that I'm pretty active in LinkedIn. One I think it's the same one, possibly, with lots of other LinkedIn experts in, and those do show up in my news feed regularly because I engage a lot in that group. So it could be in the same way that certain people, when they post on LinkedIn, I always see their posts because I really enjoy their content. I tend to comment on most of their posts. So there might be something more about, you know, as you engage more within a group, you're more likely to see the content from that group. It could go the way, do you remember whenever, I don't know how much of a user of Facebook you were, but whenever, and there's a big shift in Facebook in that kind of all your posts in your groups took over your entire news feed, and then you lost all of your family and friends. So they're constantly playing around with these algorithms, and yeah, I don't know. I feel optimistic about groups on LinkedIn because I think people want community and they want to connect over certain things.
Yes.
And I think that's what people are looking for. If they can just get the tech right, that would be great.
Yeah, yeah.